Look at the front of my truck. What happened? Man, look at this bent up metal. Look at this. Crunched up, beat up. I'll tell you what happened. I ripped all that mess off. Here's what's happened so far. See this front bumper cover right here? This so-called skid plate, maybe it's just called a splash pan, I don't know, but it's called a TRD Off-Road Edition with tin can skid plate. The aluminum front bumper, all of this was loose, rattling. I've drug it, I've bumped in the bulls out in the pasture with it. I mean, this has just been through the ringer, and all the clips is loose, it was flopping. So a while back, I bought this Smittybilt off-road bumper right here. Well, I needed that on there. I need it on there. I'm tired of Mr. Floppy front end there with all the clips loose. So also I bought this amazing winch right here. Yeah, bought this winch. So with the Smittybilt bumper, you could also buy this back winch plate right here. And this is where I'm at right now. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? That joker is stout. Look how thick that is. So that is where I'm at. I am mounting this up. So what I'm doing in my morning time, when the dew's still on the ground, before I can go bale hay. So I'm putting a bumper on, doing the front end. Then next, putting on the rock sliders. That'll be my next project. But this is where I'm at right now. It's quite a few pieces of hardware to get put in there. Brackets, supports. I tell you, it is definitely well designed. I mean, it's not just slapping a bumper on. They have this thing really well supported. I was impressed so far with everything I've seen on that. I'm glad, you know, this bumper wasn't exactly cheap. I'll look up and post on here how much I gave for it. And then with the winch plate, and then the winch. And it also came with these cool LED lights that go in the bumper. Slots made for them right there. So I'll be getting these LEDs in as well. We soon will have the hay season over with, maybe in about another couple weeks. We got a lot of hay still cut. Some of it's already grown back. Round 2 coming up. Some of it's ready. Round 2 is ready to cut now. Isn't that crazy? That's what's happening here. I'm gonna continue on getting this truck together, doing this little modification to the front end. Man, it's looking awesome. If you don't know, last year I first of all bought that topper right there and put on it with the racks on top. That ARE topper, man, it's awesome. We love it. We had a bed cover on there, got rid of that bed cover, tossed it. What a pain in the butt. So we love the topper. It's really cool if we want to pack our stuff in there and do a road trip and just jump in the back and sleep, we're able to. Then next, I had a leveling kit, lift kit, leveling kit put onto the truck. I bought it, was gonna do it myself. A local tire shop, front end shop, was able to put it on there so quick and easy and align the front end for me that it was not even worth my trouble to even attempt to do that on my own. These guys had it knocked out in just a little bit. So they were familiar with it. They put several of them on. Up at Green's Tire and Terrell, man, they kicked it out for me. So that was pretty awesome. Got that done. And then, of course, I ordered this bumper. I ordered rock sliders put down the side. Get rid of these ugly running boards that it has on here, which also one of those is bent from driving in a field and dropping off in a ditch. So there, once again, upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. The whole point is we want this truck really tough, but we want to be able to overland on it. Our life is off-roading every day because the land I have going through the fields, there's washouts that'll pop up that we don't know about. Different things going on that I drive off-road quite a bit with my truck. That's why I bought a tough truck. So that's where we're at on it. I really like the transformation. Also, I did put new wheels, but the wheels on here I didn't buy aftermarket. I bought Toyota takeoffs. It's those black wheels. I upgraded the size. I didn't want to get too massive on the wheels and tires. I just didn't. So I like them. Probably when these tires were already on these takeoffs when I bought it, I'll wear all the life out of them. And when I do upgrade the tires, I'll probably step them up to something a little bit better. Honestly, probably something a little bit more aggressive tread. So it's where I'm at, and I'm really happy with it so far. Stick with me here, and I'll continue on showing you what's happening here on this bumper. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna see what it's gonna take to rip this bumper off of this truck. It has been battered, beat, and abused, and it is just down to a flopazoid. I've even got the good old wire attachments here. So I have never put one of these bumpers on a Toyota Tundra, and so I don't know what it's going to involve. I've never removed a bumper on a Tundra. I've never changed or upgraded a bumper on a Tundra, so I'm just going to kind of rip into it and go with it as I see. And one of the first things I see is right here, these little bolts that hold this support, this bumper cover support on back here. I need to pull the little nuts out off of them right there. So I'm going to begin with that and see how it goes. How tight are these? There it goes. So I'm here now underneath the fender well on the front, and of course there's more stuff that's popped loose from the reason I'm changing the bumper. You know, I drive out in the fields, I'm working cows, I chase after cows, and this bumper right here, if it hits like a low place, if I go through it, it just shatters and pops all these little clips like this out of it. They just snap, and it leaves it all loose and floppy like this, because it's all just a bunch of these little plastic clips. These I just now pulled out right along here and right here along by the fender. These others are already missing, but that's the next thing that I see here, and I'll continue on. Got this piece of plastic out of here, down here in this fender well. I popped out the little fog light, and then this is the sonar sensor here in the front of the bumper, and it goes in right up there, and it clipped in right up here behind there. So on this sonar sensor, I'll probably have to make a location in the new bumper for it, drill a hole, and see if I can fit it in there. I'm not sure. I just tackle that when I come to it, but I really would like to keep that sonar here in the front bumper. So there was a 10mm bolt that went in right there from the fender to the bumper right here. I removed that. Some little plastic clips. Back in behind this piece here, there was a little clip there, and then you also had them in the bumper across the front. Just pop those out, and there it is. We got now a broke down ugly truck in the front end. Patrick, let's move this away. So this is for sale now. If anybody wants it, I'm gonna ask premium price for it without the spotlights. I don't know, maybe we'll include spotlights. There is a premium front bumper cover right there for a Toyota Tundra. It's well experienced. It's had good education, flying off in the ditches and hitting bulls in the ass. It has rammed a couple bulls in the butt. I bet somebody will buy that. Just like they bought that old bed cover. Somebody will buy that thing. Definitely going to put it online on Marketplace. I guess the next thing that we're going to need to do is pull these bolts right here, these nuts. So there's 4 there, 4 on the other side, and get that little support off right there. Somebody probably buy that piece too.
Oh yeah, that one somebody would.
Yeah, because somebody's probably whacked their truck in the front end and bent that. Man, look at that. That is like a thick piece of aluminum. Look how that's made. Pretty strong piece. Better than I've seen on some vehicles, but it sure had a lousy plastic cover over the front of it though. So I have no clue yet. I bet you that I'm gonna have to remove this and probably all of this right here. I bet all that still needs to go. I'm just gonna work this down slow and I'll just keep telling you all what I found as I went into it. All right, so now we just removed these 4 nuts, 1, 2, 3, and 1 on the inside, 4 on each side to remove this actual bumper. That is the real bumper right there. So we're gonna go ahead and yank it off and then we'll see what's next. All right, so I want to do a follow-up where we're at so far. You pull this part out from underneath the headlight, you pull that support off the side right here, you pull the bumper cover supports from right here. This is right here by the headlight. This is supposed to be chopped off. They want you to take and cut it right straight right there and remove that little joker. Once again, same thing on this side. Remove that support bracket and the one that was right here. We removed that aluminum front bumper, and and we removed the tow hooks because it said remove those tow hooks, which are some really nice heavy duty tow hooks. And while I was at it, I went ahead and removed this piece of junk skid plate. I don't know why Toyota would want to call this on a TRD truck a skid plate when it's made out of literally paper thin metal, like a vegetable can. And you can see it's been bottomed out with me numerous times just going through the fields in my property. So that's why I lifted the truck. That's why I'm putting this bumper on, and I'm going to seek out and find a really good skid plate. So where I'm at now is I've got this winch support bracket that goes on there next before you put the bumper on. So we're about to see what it takes to get that on there. Here's this winch support bracket, the plate that holds it in behind right there, and see it has some really nice tow hooks of its own right there on it. Although I like the factory ones better, to be honest. Wish it didn't have these. I like those big loops, really nice big loops, and you got 2 ways to go at it. These to me were superior tow hooks to the ones that come with the bumper. You got 2 ways too. You got this loop, and you got this big loop right here. Really wish I could have kept the factory ones on here. I think that's one downgrade right there. Don't you think it's a downgrade?
I really think it is.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up right here and stop there. The wives have cooked up food on the grill and they are ready for us to come eat. We'll pick this project up again. I'll put out the next video. It'll show you the conclusion of all this, including the rock sliders. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Maybe it'll help somebody out there that's bought a bumper and they're trying to see what they're going to get into on putting it on. Maybe this will help somebody. Appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and always take care.